Thank you, sir. At the outset, let me compliment the organizers for having organized this debate, which is very timely, very important, and particularly when the national, international agenda it is cropping up. I feel that the organizers have done a good job. I have seen the the paper presented by Dr. Shelat yesterday, and the recommendations drawn by Dr. Gopichandran. They speak for itself about the growing concern on climate change, the sustainability issues, and public partnership issues. Couple of points I would like to submit. Primarily from agriculture side, because that is my domain knowledge and that is what I represent in the Planning Commission. When it comes to investments in agriculture, I believe as compared to 10 plans, our 11 plan investments are quite compatible. Let me say that in the 10th plan, the public investments, moving through center sector and centrally sponsored schemes accounted for 20,000 crores, whereas in the 11th plan they are in the order of 1 lakh crores. That itself speaks the kind of concern and importance that is being accorded to agriculture and allied sectors in the Planning Commission. That apart, we are expecting about 50,000 crores from state plans and another 50,000 crores from private sector investments. So put together, 1 lakh coming through Government of India, through center sector centrally sponsored schemes, and 50,000 private sector investments and another 50,000 through state plans. So put together for agriculture and allied sectors, we have almost 2 lakh crores. But what is important is, money alone cannot change the scenario. Perhaps what is important is how do we translate that money into good programs, translate that money into the areas of concern and addressing those concerns. I believe that is the the area which is slightly weak and which is slightly which needs little more attention. That how do you program, how do you deliver those programs, and how do you make these programs relevant to the public demands and relevant to the felt needs. That is one point. I would also mention that our growth in agriculture has to be kept at the 4% level, and that is just because our food demands by the end of the 11th plan should be around 240 to 250 million tons, and whereas our current level of production is about 230 million tons, and there is a gap. And therefore, I believe you all are aware that we have brought a good number of programs and initiatives like Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. You must have heard about it. It's a big program, 25,000 crores itself. But there are two conditions. Here I would like to take a little 1 or 2 minutes more on this. Condition number 1, to access money from Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, Nanda sir is aware about that. Each state has to put more money in agriculture than last 3 years average on their plan size. Varshney Sahib is aware about that. And number 2, you have to have what we call it as comprehensive district agriculture plan prepared, and that is a precondition to access the money from Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. And I am very happy to inform the honorable members of the dais and audience that the state after state have began putting more money in agriculture to get money from Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. That is number 1. And number 2, good or bad, the district plans, comprehensive district plans have started coming up. And I would like to mention here that the concerns which Dr. Gopichandran's presentation made about technology delivery, about empowerment of the farmers, about promoting public-private partnerships, about integrated farming systems approach, about animal husbandry, about dairy, fishery, etc. I mean, these issues are now coming up through comprehensive district agriculture plans, and our submission to the states is capture the issues coming out of comprehensive district plans, put them together, and come for funding under Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. I must also mention here that the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, which is a very big program, is totally state-driven because you depend upon the district plans, aggregate the issues, and fund the programs. And the funding mechanism is it is left to the state-level sanctioning committee. I mean, I represent Planning Commission in those meetings, and Krishi Bhavan is represented at appropriate level on those meetings, but it is left entirely to the state governments. And that kind of flexibility is provided in the 11th plan and a very major program of Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Another program I would like to mention is that National Food Security Mission. You are all aware that we wanted to get better results on rice, wheat, and pulses. And a major program worth about 5,000 crore was initiated for last 2 years, and impacts are visible. I agree with Dr. Gopichandran's presentation that when you talk about agriculture, it has to be taken upon an integrated mode, because ours is a different size holding size is it's a different pattern. We have about 60 to 70%. Farmers are which are small and marginal types, and normally, one doesn't depend only on agriculture. You are supported by animal husbandry, you are supported by horticulture, you are supported by dairy, you are supported by the goat husbandry, sheep husbandry, etc. So agriculture in our context, will have to be taken up as an integrated farming system. Couple of words about agricultural extension and delivery mechanism. I fully understand that is one of the weakest area. And state after state, if you analyze the extension services, either the numbers are going down, those who are carrying out extension work, or the quality is going down. And therefore, I personally feel as representative of the Planning Commission that there is need to promote alternate sources of technology delivery. And I had discussed this topic with representative of Gujarat government many times, Dr. Varshney and other vice chancellors, and earlier Dr. Avinash Kumar, Mr. Rai Chaudhary and others, that there is need to promote alternate sources of technology delivery. Now, for example, in Maharashtra, I come from Maharashtra,